This is Private Investigator William Zariski, and it's April 5th, 2011. I know sometimes I go weeks before my podcast, and that's because I get busy handling casework with my clients, and recently I've moved my headquarters to another city. I also know I may not be getting a lot of views here on YouTube, but I really don't care. Even if I reach one person, I feel I've done my job in getting the truth out. And God bless, anyone that's researching this and getting the truth out, especially the men like Dr. Scott Johnson and Alex Jones. Those are credible men, amazing men. I know Scott Johnson has lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in his practice to get this message out to everybody. And I know Alex Jones has been arrested for standing up for our rights as a country and the Constitution. And I'm going to ask, what have you done? What have I done to stand up for our rights as they're slowly being taken away in this country? A police state is coming, and that's part of the study that I want to do. It's where we're headed, what's going on. Things are going full swing, and we need to pay attention right now. So I want to start with reading out of the King James Bible, Proverbs 2, verse 6. For the Lord giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. And let's remember that God is not the author of confusion. See, Satan wants to undo anything that God has done. So anytime things are confusing, it's not of God. Let's look at Psalms 19, verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making the wise simple. Now, see, I'm not a pastor or a scholar or some great teacher. Sure, I've been trained in finding out information and things, but when it comes to the ministry and getting the truth out, anybody can do it, and I encourage anybody to have a ministry and getting the truth out and waking people up, because a lot of people don't even have a clue of what's going on. We're going to get into that in just a minute, but nowhere in the Bible does it say you have to have a master's degree or anything like that. No, God can use a child, to teach the Word, as long as they have that. We're to write the Word on the tablet of our hearts, and we're not doing that. A lot of people in this country have not been doing that, and the churches are not teaching what they should be doing. I know they're part of a 501c3 corporation, and because of that corporate status, it limits what they're able to preach on and the things they're supposed to be teaching on. So what's been on my heart lately is, where are we going? Well, ultimately it's heaven. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. But look at the world. We're to live in the world, but not be of it. And I know everyone wants to drive a nice car and have a big house and a good job or a successful business. But those are things that get our focus off of the Lord. And do you really think God likes that? No. But we got bigger things to think about right now in these days that we live in. I'm sorry, but this is what's coming, and there's things predicted in the Bible that are starting to occur, so we need to pay attention. The plan of the elite is moving in full swing, and are you aware? Because most people, it doesn't seem like they are. They're not even receptive to hearing this stuff, and it's not a bunch of crap. I'm telling you, it's real, and it's happening right now. And let's take a look at the events that followed just after 9/11. There was Hurricane Katrina. There was those tidal waves that hit in Indonesia. Look at current, what's going on right now. We bombed Libya, the Gulf oil spill. I'll talk about that in a second. There's so many things. I can literally fill up hours and hours and hours of just talking about this stuff. The Madrid fault line. So let's take for instance the Gulf oil spill, the Corexit that they're pouring on this oil. It's not being covered that much anymore by the media, and it should be. It's being suppressed because people are getting very ill, people are dying, and there's some very weird and unusual things that are going on over there. I found a clip on, you can go to this website. Anybody with a computer and internet, they can find this information out. I encourage you to go ahead and do it. This is your part in finding out the truth, and share it with others. Go to, I live in Florida, and actually recently I've given up my boat. I love to go fishing, and I grew up surfing here in Florida, and now that I'm really concerned about this being a health risk. When did it become dangerous to go surfing? These are the times that we're living in. FloridaOilSpillLaw.com. I'm going to play a clip. I'm going to try to reverse my camera here so you can see this. This was a gentleman, an activist, regarding this oil spill, who was shot in his front door at gunpoint. Also on the same site, you can find another gentleman who was affected very bad by this core exit. There's another lady. You could find these all day long on YouTube. This lady who was very ill and she died. So doctors aren't diagnosing these things right. They don't know how to treat this. It's there's been government planes flying over, being seen at night, dumping this core exit. It's just total toxic waste to kill us. It's a plan to kill us. That's the plan of the elite. It's to depopulate the planet. You think I'm kidding? Look it up because it's there. But right now I want to play this clip, and I want to excuse he does use a little harsh language, but I tell it like it is. And this gentleman's laying in a hospital bed with 4 bullet holes in his body. So let's just try to get this clip here so you can see.
Hello, people. My name is Tucker Mendoza. I'm just going to clarify to those who think that this is not real. It's very much real. I am an activist with the BP oil spill. Not so much against BP, because I know oil spills happen, but against the total response. Also, please don't start blaming no one until I know, or until there's some facts. Okay? I do remember though, I remember talking to this guy 3 different times. I knew something was up. I seen him and just knew that something was wrong. But when he shot through the door. I felt every fucking hit. I'm sorry I said that, but I'm on morphine, I guess, and I don't do all that. But I watched the bullet go in and out. I watched it hit my knees. Afterwards, I was shot. We knew we were going to call the police, so we were ready to call them. And once they got there, I went outside and asked them, please don't let me die. It was bad. It was bad.
Okay, so you can watch that on FloridaOilSpillLaw.com. And there's some more clips on there, and you can find these yourself. But yes, it's very real. There's things going on that I don't even understand. I don't have time to investigate every little thing, but I'm trying to get you to call this to your attention so you can check it out if you've got time too. We need more people that are getting this, that are taking a stand, and also understand that ultimately Jesus Christ is in control of this. Despite what you think, He is in control. We're to be aware of this. We're to reprove evil. People say to me, "Oh, you're not to judge." Well, that's only if you're, having a sin. Because Jesus Christ said, if you've got a plank in your own eye, how can you help take the speck of dust out of your brother's eye? Well, I'm not talking from a hypocritical standpoint, but I'm talking about there's some strange things in the world going on. The oil spill is one of them, the core exit that they're putting out there. Just like the Georgia Guidestone states, and that's another study. I have plenty of podcasts here you can look at, and other people as well, but the Georgia Guidestone says that they want to decrease the population to just 500 million. Well, billions of people got to die. Just keep in mind, if stuff starts getting really bad, people are dying now from this. It's part of the plan. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. It's not a good thing to think about, but we got to be aware of this. Not only that, but look up the Madrid fault line. There's a fault line that goes straight up the United States, Tennessee up to Indiana. I don't know, that thing can cut loose any time. California has a San Andreas fault. That too. Now, another thing that I want to bring up is the radiation blooms that are coming over here from the nuclear reactors in Japan. We're going to have radiation in the air. We're faced with so many things, but let's not get overwhelmed with this. Again, Jesus Christ is in control. But Dr. Scott Johnson on his website, contendingfortruth.com, he tells you to put some potassium iodine on your skin, iodine. That helps, with this radiation. I don't understand all this. I'm not a doctor. I'm researching. There's so much information coming at us these days. And again, God is not the author of confusion. Remember, Jesus Christ is in control. But we need to stand up and take a stand for this. Let's, fight for our rights here and teach people about the Word of God. A police state's coming. There's FEMA camps. I could go on all day long. I'm just trying to encourage you to research this yourself. Well, I'm Private Investigator William Zariski, and God bless. If I don't see you now, be in heaven. God bless.